My best friend. I think to properly explain the relationship I have with my mother, you probably need some background information. At 38, my mother decided to have her tubes tied. She had 2 beautiful blonde-headed baby boys. What more could she want? At the preliminary appointment, her doctor told her it wasn't a good time to have the procedure. Why? Because I was in there. Whoops. She had one more shot to have the daughter she'd always wanted. At the amniocentesis appointment, the doctor performing the ultrasound said it looked like a boy. And he had an almost perfect record, so that was that. I was a boy. 3 boys and a husband. 4 boys who would leave for long weekend hunting trips and spend their afternoons on dirt bikes, while my mom was stuck at home. Understandably, she was disappointed. So disappointed, in fact, her best friend Michelle had to come in from Houston to console her. So, my mom and Michelle are sitting at home one day when the phone rings. My mom picks up. It's the hospital. Hello, Mrs. Bruyn. We have the results from the amniocentesis. Everything is fine. Would you like to know the sex of the baby? He already told me. It's a boy. I know. Actually, no, Mrs. Bruyn. It's definitely a girl. I'm sorry about the confusion. My mom screamed. A lot. Now she was actually hysterical. She and Michelle grabbed my brothers and threw them in the car and raced to my dad's podiatry office. Now, this was before HIPAA, so the 4 of them burst into the room where my dad was removing a cast from a patient's foot. They're all bouncing around and giggling, and my mom turned to my brother Daniel, who was 3 at the time, and said, "I'm too excited, Dan, you tell him." She could have picked the 7-year-old, but no, she goes with the toddler. Daniel announced proudly, as any future big brother would, "Daddy, we're having a gwirl brother." So that's me, the gwirl brother. Fast forward a few months, and I'm being removed from my mom, who was split hip to hip in an operating room filled with just about every doctor we know in Beaumont, because that's just how our lives work. I come out with jet black hair stuck to my face that's so long it touches my chin. When they cleaned me up and brought me back, my hair had curled to a much shorter length. The first thing my mom says, "Wrong baby, mine had more hair." So I have an older mom. She was worried that somehow that would be a hindrance for me, like we wouldn't be able to relate to each other or something like that, like maybe she wouldn't be cool or have the energy to keep up with me. Dead wrong. My mom is my best friend. We talk about everything and have actual, real fun together. We also laugh until we just about wet our pants almost every day. And she wasn't supposed to say that, but oh well. That wasn't always the case. We butted heads a bit, and I had my rebellious phase, which was mainly me getting piercings and dyeing my hair various shades of purple. But even when we were mad at each other, I always knew she loved me. You see, my mom's really good at showing that she cares. Whether it's winking at you across the dinner table when everyone else is ignoring you, or just smelling your hair and sighing to let you know that she really does love every little thing about you. She knows how to say, "I love you," without words. And I think that's the best lesson I ever could have learned. Thank you.